Before ye lies the majestic domesticated turret. A beautiful creature, this is an apex predator of the wild. It needs not invite those who clash with it to combat. Rather, it brings the combat to them in the form of high-velocity explosive shells. With azimuth and elevation, this harbinger of certain death is incredibly mobile, able to track down targets ruthlessly and reduce them to mere atoms in the blink of an eye. This beast is capable of simultaneously emptying its enemy's abdominal cavities whilst rapidly filling their underpants with warm liquid dread. But Maple, what is an turret? What makes it angry? Is it angry with me? Why would Supercell base matchmaking on rank rather than power level? 3 of these questions are unknown to science, as the turret finds them merely trivial. Yet it is an animal that wishes to be tamed, and therefore I will attempt to show you now how to befriend this entity and utilize its strength for your best interests. Good afternoon, this is Maple with a Space Engineer's turret tutorial. I must admit, I've never done a tutorial before. I do not trust myself to do tutorials, and therefore, while it's a bad business practice, I recommend that you instead go and visit this video made by our, well, not my good friend, but he is a great content creator, Splitsy. It should flash up on the screen now, is it there? Although if you do want to stay, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. That's very nice. Thank you for staying. It means a lot to me. I just thought I might as well do this because I like turrets. Anyway, let's get into it. The first thing you need to know about turrets and Space Engineers is that there are a handful of turrets already available in the form of pre-made blocks. These can be far more preferable to use over a custom one, because they are much more compact and are usually fairly stable. However, I usually use a custom one because I like the thrill of the build. However, I will still show you all of these turrets here. We have the Gatling gun turret. It's a nice looking turret, it's nice and compact, and it has a very good rate of fire. Very good, very deadly. Next up, we have the missile turret. Good firepower. Not great for armor, but good for destroying components. Also has a decent fire rate, but needs to stop to reload after 6 shots. Next up, we've got the heavy artillery. This one really packs a punch, with a maximum range of 2,000 meters, and it can shred most heavy armor blocks. Very, very deadly. 2 shots, death. Its smaller cousin, the artillery turret, shouldn't be taken lightly either. It is very, very dangerous. And very, very cool. It's nice. It's got these numbers on the back. And it also has a lot of firepower. Very dangerous. For interior applications inside a base, for example, or even a ship, you have this, the interior turret. It's very small, and I would imagine, from its firepower, quite effective at dealing with trespassers. However, a downside of this is that it needs to be loaded manually, unlike all of these turrets here. Still, I think it's pretty effective. So, to summarize, benefits of these blocks include that they are very compact. You can put them nearly anywhere. They fit in places where custom turrets wouldn't. A second benefit is that they have far more stable AI targeting than most other turrets. They are very effective at shooting targets. And a final benefit is that they look very stylish in comparison to some turrets. However, a downside is that using these is incredibly lazy, so if you make them, I will come to your house and... The first essential block for making your own custom turrets in Space Engineers is the rotor. This allows for left and right movement in your construct to assist you with your aiming experience. With the rotor acting as your azimuth, the noble hinge block will be your elevation. This allows the up and down movement in your turret so that you can really get at the pesky buggers who fly around in their fancy aircraft. Next, we have what is arguably the most essential component of any custom turret, which is, of course, the custom turret controller. If your turret is your monster, then this is its brain, and the wind turbine above me is my own personal Igor. Last, but certainly not least, we have the utility. With the flexibility of block options in the turret controller, the only choice you need to make is whether you want to create or to decimate, with tasteful options ranging from an adorable little welder to a big piss-off railgun. Now we have these blocks in our minds, it's time that we move on to the next step, which is how to transform them into our beautiful ally, the turret. Hello, this is Maple Live. Or at least not live, but I'm recording this live instead of doing a script and then having background footage. Anyway, I will be making these two turrets for you people so that you know how to make a turret, I guess. I will start with this one. So, step 1 to building a turret is by using a rotor. In most cases you should use an advanced rotor because that allows the ammunition to go from your conveyor system into the turret. So you place down the advanced rotor. For this particular turret, we're going to want to delete the large head. There we go. And we're going to go into our system here, and we are going to press add small head. So now we have a small rotor head on our large advanced rotor. So then what we'll need to do is take our small conveyors, go 1, 2, then we're going to add some decoration. In this case I like to build up the sides like this. Although, really, it doesn't matter. This is just fancy garnish for your turret. So that's stage 1 done. This is the rotor, so that we can look left and right. Next part is getting your hinge. You need to have the normal sized hinge and put it there. So now you have the hinge. Then you need to get the conveyor, and then your weapons. In this case the weapon will be the assault cannon. And put that there. And then for the basic turret I'm just going to include this, the custom turret controller. Once that's all done, you get the camera, put it there, and a nice antenna to go on the top. This is a very basic version of this turret here. So now, once you've done that, you're going to go here, and you're going to go to azimuth rotor, the one that we just placed. Elevation rotor is the hinge that we just placed, and then the camera will be the camera that we just placed. And then you should be able to control. However, the weapons will not fire. That is because we haven't assigned the weapons to this turret. We need to go further down, and we need to find Assault Cannon and Assault Cannon 2 and add to list. And now when we control, we've got a deadly weapon. This is the next kind of turret that you see in Space Engineers. It is called the ball turret. It's very common, and for a good reason. It looks very cool. I can imagine it being a lot more defensive and protected than this kind of turret. And yeah, just generally it looks really good, so I'll give you the very brief rundown on how to make this. Of course I won't make it exactly like how it's been made here, as with the assault cannon turret. However, I will show you the basic steps of how to make a turret that looks somewhat like this. First, you get the advanced rotor. You put that down. You do not remove the head in this instance. Then you get a large grid hinge. Turn that round. And then when you're here, you remove the hinge part. Then you need to get a small hinge part into this large hinge. And that's fairly difficult, but something that I find fairly effective is getting just a normal light armor block, putting it in small grid version, and just doing this. There we go. So then when we've done that, we need to enter our system, go over to the hinge part, or the hinge, and we just need to attach. So now, this is attached here. It's not ideal that it's facing this way, but this will have to do. So then you'll have to remove these blocks, and then you essentially have perfect grounds for making a turret such as this. From here on, you add the rest of the conveyors, and then the weapons. Then we add the camera, and then we just need to add the custom turret controller. Make sure that's on there right. Then all you really need is the antenna, and this is the bare bones of the ball turret. Then you just need to apply the same kinds of settings, the same as we did with the assault cannon turret. We need to assign the correct rotor as the azimuth, and the correct hinge as the elevation, which in this case may be quite difficult. Then the correct camera, and then the autocannons. Then when we control, hopefully, as you can see, we have applied the wrong elevation hinge. I will attempt to fix this. By going into here and going for this hinge. So now when I attempt to operate it, everything is perfectly operational. And then I can fire the autocannons. So, that's how you make these turrets, at least in concept. These ones aren't very refined like these specimens, but they are still functional regardless. So now I will get on to the final section of this tutorial, which is common problems that you may face once you have created the turrets. Hello, and welcome to the final segment of this somewhat lengthy video. It came out to be a lot longer than I was expecting to, but I'll leave that conversation for the outro. These are two incredibly common and annoying problems that I've identified with my time working with turrets, and I will very quickly show you how to fix them because they are unimaginably simple to fix, which is very convenient because they're very, very bad problems. This one is a lot more problematic than that one, of course, so I'll start with this. So, you may find that when you want to activate the AI so it can shoot the people you don't like, or the meteors in the sky that are coming towards your stuff, you will activate the AI and it will do this. As you can see, it is now reminiscent of the typical London drug addict. It is wobbling around, having withdrawal, shivering. It can't really do much, and of course, as you can imagine, when it's like this and it's bearing down upon its target, it won't really land any hits, which is not ideal. So there is a very simple fix for this. If I just quickly turn off the AI, literally, and I kid you not, all you need to do is put this gyroscope on the turret, and you need to go and open it up, and you just need to click override controls. Now, when we activate the AI, straight as an arrow. Just have a look at that. Even from a distance, perfectly straight. I had a problem with the railgun, and when I installed this gyroscope, it was accurate on me up to 2,000 meters. It was incredible. The second problem that you may be experiencing, I have managed to replicate in this turret here. Basically, and while it may be difficult to show you this problem, the issue is that you may find sometimes when you go to operate your turret, you will find that it's always the elevation in this case, the controls are inverted. Of course I cannot display this, but take it in mind that I am currently swiping my mouse up and it's not going up, but if I swipe it down, it goes up. Once again, the way of solving this problem is unimaginably simple. All you need to do is you need to go to the custom turret controller, go to elevation velocity, this is how fast it moves, and in this case it's at 9, so we just need to move the slider to -9. And then, when you go to control it, everything will move as intended. So those are the two most outstanding problems. Oh, it started to rain. It's beckoning the end of the video. Anyway, these are the two biggest problems with turrets in Space Engineers. So yeah, those are the problems and how to solve them. If those are things that you're experiencing, I'll try and put that in the meta tag so you can find this video nice and easy. Something that I didn't notice was in Spletsy's video, I don't think he touched upon that. He may have, I don't know. I don't know if I saw that part. But just in case you were racking your brain to figure out these problems, as a man of the people, I have given them what they want. Hello, this is the end of the video. To all the 4 people that have probably made it this far, thanks for sticking with the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It really means a lot that you decided to watch it all rather than just click off in the first 10 seconds, which is what YouTube analytics tell me. I was not expecting this video to be 20 minutes long. The constructing the turrets section took 7 minutes all to its own. I did not expect it to take that long. I probably could have cut it more, but then it wouldn't really been a tutorial then. So yeah, I am really thankful that you made it this far. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment. You don't have to subscribe, but if you want to, that would be, well, that would mean a lot to me, yet again. So yeah, Also, if you like this, maybe you'll like my other videos. I've done my introductory video to a survival series that I'm planning to do with my friend Blue, so you may want to watch that as well. So yeah, thank you everyone, you're incredible. Goodbye.